Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Neville Goddard Podcast. My name is Mr. 2020. And today we're going to explore 3 ways to manifest money and marriage with food. This is going to be so much fun. I'm like salivating right now. I am so looking forward. We're having dumplings today. But meanwhile, 3 ways to manifest money and marriage with food. Could you imagine how much fun I have doing this? That's what I want for you. So let's dive in. Thanks for sharing the show. Thanks for sending us your comments, and thank you for your support. Have a lovely day. My name is Mr. 2020. Let's dive into 3 ways to manifest money and marriage with food. I just love the way it sounds. See you inside. So the other day we put out a podcast where I mentioned taking Victoria out for Valentine's Day, 2 days late. I got to tell you, we got some great feedback on that, some wonderful questions, and we're going to expand on that today because you can manifest with food. You can manifest with food. So one of the biggest things I notice about where people make a mistake with Neville's work is they try to figure out something that will nail the wish and they make this work. Or they try to imagine the wish itself. And Neville Goddard taught to imagine what implies your wish is fulfilled. This is really important, gang. I think we cover this on all 7 of the EasyManifestingMethods.com videos. Those are the free gift, by the way. Easy Manifesting Methods. Go get those 7 videos. Sign up for that. Make sure you click the link that we send you. Because by law, we have to send you a confirmation email. Click on the link so you can get those 7 videos in the daily email and get the basics right. And this is one of the ones that we keep covering in there because you imagine what implies your wish is fulfilled. And one of the things that we notice is if you can make this about a daily event that's enjoyable, it becomes a lot easier. I'll give you a common mistake. Number 1, I'm imagining having gotten all my money back and my friends and my family happy for me. That keeps you in a problem mode. If you got all your money back and your friends are happy for you, your mind is still on the problem, having been solved. I want your mind to be on you, on your day, on the chosen experiences that you choose to have. Let me give you a great example. Food. Victoria and I went out, and I'm going to take a guess here. A typical breakfast brunch here is going to run us about $65. How does that make you respond? It's about $65. And if we get a coffee to go or a brownie or something, that takes it up to $70 pretty quick. $70 for a breakfast brunch kind of meal. And I'm talking first-class food here. And here's what I want you to notice. When's the last time you went out and had a $70 breakfast? Could you do it today? What would it be like? Would it be a rare treat? Would you be hoping somebody else paid? Because I can remember the days where I would actually secretly hope that they'd screw up the meal somehow so I could complain and get a discount. I was that guy. I was that poor. I don't judge myself. I just look back and realize the games that I played. It was like imagining up being sick whenever I was going to Catholic school. I imagined up being sick so I could stay home and not get picked on. See, you're imagining all the time. I didn't imagine not being picked on. I imagined being sick. See, I got the formula a little off. I didn't know the formula, but you're all doing it anyway all the time. We all are. So, what I want you to do, see, every day you're going to eat. Here's 3 real quick examples. Number 1, how would you experience 1 sip of coffee if your wish were fulfilled? I can tell you a long time ago. I imagined sipping coffee while making a podcast and letting you know that I was sipping coffee while making a podcast. We've got 3 million listens now. See, that's what's cool, because when you guys email me, I get little comments like, "You're funny, Mr. 20. You're actually breaking the rules." You see, you can break the rules when you know the law. The law basically is, feeling it real seals the deal. You imagine what implies your wish is fulfilled. So I don't imagine the 3 million listens. I don't imagine making the podcast. I imagine me just having fun. Like here I am, right? So this is a meal. This is a way to play with the coffee game. How would I experience one sip of coffee while making the podcast? Knowing I'm going to hear from you guys. See, that's fun versus having a sip of coffee, just wishing I knew someone that could set up a podcast for me and do all the geek work, and wishing I had the money to make it happen, and wishing in one hand and having nothing happen. See, it's not about wishing. It's about assuming the state of the wish fulfilled. So let's go back to the food with Victoria. So we started dating. We did Adventure Monday, and then lockdown came, and now we're having Fun-Filled Fridays. But we're even mixing that up. We're discovering, how do we want to date? It's pretty cool dating someone that you've been with for over a decade. And so when I tell her, "Look, let's go out for brunch today. Are you busy?" You see, suddenly there's something that changes in her, because something has changed in me. See, I don't imagine less arguments. Here's another mistake people make. They imagine, well, first of all, the big one is, I imagine being right, Mr. 20. I imagine her finally getting that I'm right. Ooh, we'll see how that works out. See, I don't imagine less arguments. I imagine more fun. What would be fun? A yummy meal. How about a yummy meal out that we don't have to cook? We can just sit and have a chat, talk to people as they go by. I love doing that. So you'll notice this implies some things. It implies that we've got a lovely marriage. It implies we've got freedom of time. It implies we've got plenty of money. Keep it simple. One more. I'm talking to a lady at the pool, and she tells me times are tough, and that they've had to start eating sausages twice a week. I'm like, wow. Well, let me ask you a question. If you doubled your income and worked half the time, what would you eat? And she instantly went, lamb. And I said, so cool, start imagining eating lamb again. Really experience what it would be like to eat lamb again. And she goes, well, I would, but see, my husband, he's working, but my son's living with us. He lost his job, and he's not making any money. It'd be nice if he could pay some rent. And so I tell her, imagine eating lamb. Just imagine eating lamb. Imagine your son coming home from work and you guys eating lamb. Imagine him being late for dinner and your husband being happy because he can eat all the lamb. See, you can have some fun with this. And so guess what happens? Son gets a job. Right? In the impossible economy, the son gets a job. Anyway, imagine what implies your wish is fulfilled. Let it be fun. Notice how I'm just having fun with food. Maybe we'll call this Fun with Food Manifesting. If you got gold today, if you realize what we do here is different than what a lot of people are doing, if you notice, it's all about you. It's not about brainwave recordings, affirmations, vision boards. It's about you changing how you imagine. And the faster you do that, the faster the results that you get. If you got gold today, go to NevilleGoddardStore.com. That's our store. It's all Neville Goddard cool shit. And it's our experience, first-hand experience that we're just sharing with you. Sort of like the podcast, but where a podcast is like 8 to 10 minutes. A course, a package, it's a much more detailed adventure. This is just whatever's on my mind I make a recording about. And you'll notice there's some very distinct subjects that are really cool at the Neville Goddard store. If you go to NevilleGoddardStore.com. Go there, have some fun. Thanks for your shares. Thanks for your support. Thank you for being you and for diving deeper, because I've got a top secret agenda, and that's more playtime and more playmates. I want you to have more playtime, more playmates, and I want you to have more first-class food. Why not? Let's have some fun. See ya.